Have you ever had moments where everything you plan just doesn't work out? Well, that was me last month. I was supposed to have a combo machine delivered, I think back in November, but a lot of delays. The contact person at the company was sick, so that delayed it a month, and then some delays on my end. And eventually, I came to the realization that, you know what? I'm gonna have to go pick up these machines, which I didn't want to do, but I ended up going to Maryland to pick up not just a combo machine, but also two big, heavy Pepsi machines. And when I tell you I did not want to do it, I did not want to do it. I got my second location and they told me they wanted a combo machine. Got the combo machine ready, and set a delivery date, which came and went. We set a new delivery date, and that date came. It was another delay. In the back of my mind, I'm like, you're gonna have to go get these machines, right? And I'm like, yeah, but I don't really want to go get the machines. Just get prepared. I think you might have to go pick these machines up. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to go get these machines. Like, I just don't want to. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I'm ready to do it. So we set another date for the machine to be delivered, and I'm like, okay, yes, finally, the machine is going to be delivered. The date came, and we had another delay. So now I'm like, okay, I gotta go pick these machines up. It was last minute. I really didn't prepare. I wasn't really prepared to go get the machines. So it was last minute. All right. So once I decided that I was going to pick up these machines, I then had to decide how I was going to do it. Like, am I going to rent a truck, get a pickup truck? If I got a pickup truck, I would have to get a trailer. And if I got a truck, I would prefer to get a truck that had a lift gate because the machines are heavy. So I'm thinking, okay, if I go and pick up the machines when I get back, having a truck with a lift gate, right? One of the trucks that has like the little elevator ramp on it that goes up and down automatically is easier for everybody. Now I have to go out and I have to find one of these trucks. So I went to Enterprise first, and they do have one. It was about not seven, about 200, maybe 250, something like that. But they charge you per mile. So that didn't work out money wise. But they did have the lift gate. Now, if I'm doing something locally, that would be good. But having to drive it to Maryland, where they charge you for each mile, it's not unlimited mileage, wasn't a good thing. That was out. The next best thing I thought was maybe like a pickup truck. Yeah, if I got a pickup truck, I can get the trailer with the hitch and hitch the trailer onto the pickup truck and put the machines on the trailer and get the machines back like that, which I wasn't crazy about because this is my first time picking up vending machines, and I'm not really excited about having to do it. So driving a pickup truck, hauling three gigantic machines on the back on the trailer was not something that I necessarily wanted to do. So I felt more comfortable with having the machines inside the truck. So I said, okay, I can drive a truck as long as the machines are inside the truck. I got a train ticket, headed down to Maryland, which was good because I needed to get some rest. I had been tired, hadn't been sleeping, and I was able to get a few hours of rest on the train. Now, once I got to Maryland, my brother picked me up. On the way back, we went out to eat. So we didn't really start loading the trucks until about, I don't know, maybe 9:30, almost 10 o'clock. And we didn't finish till about 12 a.m. So I got to bed pretty late. I was tired. Then I got up about, I don't know, maybe 7 the next morning. And I wanted to kind of head out early because the location was expecting me. I had told him that I would be there like later on that afternoon. I kind of planned the trip out as best as I could to kind of get there, even with traffic and everything. What I didn't take into account was me driving this box truck for the first time. So I kind of thought, even though I was anxious about driving this truck and nervous about driving it, I kind of thought that I would have, be okay. And so my brother's like, okay, you good, like, And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. And so I headed out. Now, I don't know what I was thinking at first. I don't know what I was thinking. I kind of maybe thought if I get gas before I get on the highway, I don't have to stop. I ended up going to get gas at the Sam's Club. Gas at the Sam's Club, the local Sam's Club. They have, they have gas stations. So I said, okay, I'm gonna go gas up a little. So as I'm on my way to Sam's Club, I noticed that every time I would make a turn, a right turn, I would notice the wheels would go up on the like the curb, or the curb as I turned. So I was turning and the back wheels were going up on to the curb. All right. I didn't really, I'm still really, this is my first time driving this truck, and I don't think I was really comfortable driving the truck at that point. I see the Sam's Club and I make a left and then make a right to go in to the gas station. So I make a right and then I had to make another right to go into the gas station. And then once I got into the gas station, I had to kind of make a left to turn into where the pump was. And so I remember turning, right? And I heard like a and I'm like, what is that? And then I realized that I couldn't move. So I'm like, what is that? So then I look in the side view mirror, and I noticed that I'm like up on the pole. And I'm like, oh my God, what happened? I'm like, oh my God. So I get out and I look, and now I'm panicking. I'm like, okay, wait, maybe I can kind of back it up a little bit. Cause it didn't look like it was, you know, um, it didn't look like I was stuck. It looked like I could at least kind of like maybe back it off a little bit and maybe kind of pull it over. So I attempted to do that, but it kind of made it worse. And the back wheel on the driver's side in the back was kind of like lifted off the ground a little bit. So I was like, oh my gosh. So now I'm panicking. When I tell you, I was panicking. I hadn't even left. Like I have like 4 hours to go. And I'm like, what? What? I could not believe it. Like my stomach just fell out of my body. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, what? And I tried to go in and kind of like back it up because it looked like I could just kind of back it up a little bit and then pull it over but I tried it again and it just kind of made it worse. So I just kind of left it and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, I cannot believe, I cannot believe, I cannot believe, I cannot believe this is happening. And I didn't want to call my brother, but I had to because I didn't have anybody else to call to kind of tell. So I had to call him. So I remember calling him and I'm like, we have a problem. I'm like, I made a mistake. He was like very animated. Very animated. I'm stuck. I was like, I'm stuck. I don't know what I said. I can't remember if I said I'm stuck or I ran into a pole. I don't know what I don't know what I said, but he was like, oh my God. He was like, what? What's going on? What happened? And I was like, I'm stuck. I can't move. I'm at the gas station. And believe it or not, I wasn't even at Sam's Club. I ended up at 7-Eleven. I don't know how I ended up at the 7-Eleven gas station. Sam's Club was like not across the street, but in the same plaza. I don't know how the heck I ended up at 7-Eleven. And when I finally like realized, I'm like, I'm not even at the Sam's Club. I'm at the 7-Eleven. How the heck did I end up at the 7-Eleven? And so, I was there and I'm like freaking out. I'm blocking up 4 pumps and everybody's like driving around looking at me. It was embarrassing. I started crying. I was done. I was like, I can't do this. I cannot drive this truck. Like I can't do this. This is I can't do it. Like I don't know what's going to happen, but I can't do it. And I told my brother, I was like, I can't do this. So he was like, okay, I'm gonna come over to you, but you gotta wait. He was like a ways out. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait for you. And I had to wait. So I hung up the phone from him and I was just sitting there and I was just like I was like, damn, like I can't do this. I can't drive this truck. Like I'm stuck. Like I gotta wait. Guess what? The people at the location are waiting on me. And this is definitely going to delay my time. And so now I'm stuck at 7-Eleven, can't move. So of course this delayed my trip. And so I'm sitting there, I'm freaking out, and I'm like, I wanted to take the keys out of the truck and just throw them across the street. I didn't want to drive the truck. I was crying. I was crying. And I went into the 7-Eleven and I told him, because I'm blocking the whole middle section. This big, gigantic truck is stuck. I was blocking the entire middle section, okay? It was so embarrassing. And so I went into the 7-Eleven and I told the guy, I was like, I'm sorry, but my truck is jammed up against the pole and I'm blocking the middle pumps, the pumps in the middle. So I walked back to the truck and I just kind of I was just standing there. I had I just was very upset at myself. I kind of I didn't know. I wasn't thinking straight. I was crying. I had started crying. I was like, I can't do this. I got in a truck. I sat in a truck and I was waiting on my brother. After a few minutes had passed, this guy came and he was like, "Hi, ma'am." He was like, "I can help you. I can help you. I can show you how to get on. How to move out. How to get off of the pole." And I was like, "Sure, help me." I was like, "Please." And so he kind of guided me through how to like turn the vehicle, like turn it all the way to the left and then back out and then turn the wheel all the way to the right and then move forward and then back. And then so he kind of guided me to getting unstuck. Came out of nowhere. This guy, he was really nice, and I thanked him, and he was like, started asking me questions. I was like, listen, I haven't even started my trip. I have vending machines in the back, and I stopped to get gas. I thought I was supposed to be at Sam's Club, but I'm not. I don't even know how I ended over here. Ended up at the 7-Eleven. He was like, wow, you got machines back there? You got machines back there? And I was like, yeah, I'm driving them to New York. By this time, I was just like really solemn and gloom and just I was just a mess. Okay, I was a mess. He's like, "Don't worry." He says, "Just when you turn in, just remember to make wide turns, okay? Just make sure you give yourself enough room to turn. If you got to go into the second lane, if you got to go into the other lane, just go into the other lane. Just make sure you give yourself enough room to turn." So I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Yeah, I still need to get like a little adjusted to driving this truck, but um I told him thank you, and then he left. And then before I left, I went into 7-Eleven since I was there. I got me some donuts. And I do recommend, listen, if you are having a stressful time and you need to relax and calm down, go get some donuts. I got me some donuts and some coffee. And what else did I get? I got some other stuff and got in the truck. I kind of calmed myself down and talked to myself and just told myself, listen, it's okay. You can do it. Don't worry about it. Let it go. It's a little mistake. It could have been worse. It wasn't as bad as it could have been, right? I pulled up into the gas station. What if I would have hit the pump and the thing exploded? I don't know. Yeah, I had to calm myself down. I said, I have 4 hours to go. You have 4 hours to go. These people are waiting for you back in New York. So you got to pull yourself together and drive this truck back to New York. deliver this machine. And all I kept thinking about was tomorrow is Saturday. And I'm just going to lay in the bed all day. I'm just going to lay in the bed all day. I'm just going to relax. I'm not doing anything. I'm going to lay in the bed. I'm going to watch Netflix, Hulu, and everything. Because I don't really get to watch TV like that. So once I calmed myself down a little bit, and started eating my donuts, I I put the truck in drive, kind of took a deep breath, and I headed off. And I was nervous at first because, of course, I don't want to, my turning was my problem. It was the turning, because I wasn't used to the big truck and there's no rear view. You just have your two side mirrors. So I had to make sure that I was clearing my turns, looking in the side view mirrors as I turned. And after that, man, my turns were wide. I was making some wide turns. Boy, I was taking up both sides of the street. I didn't care. Like, you honk, I don't care. I'm not getting stuck again. I'm not hitting anything. As long as I was able to get on the highway and just go straight, I was good. So I made it to the highway, and that was it. I had calmed myself down, put some music on, and started my trip. So as I'm driving down the highway now I'm like literally on the phone with the guys who are supposed to come help me offload the machines, right? Because it's not done yet. I'm not there. So I'm on the highway, I'm driving, I'm tired, and I'm on the phone, I'm calling them, they're not calling me back, and I'm like, yo, listen, make sure y'all meet me at this location so I can get these machines off of this truck. And I was tired. I did get tired midway through the trip. I had to stop a few times. I did stop again to get some gas. But I made it back. So looking back, I really don't know how I got everything done. I'm trying to tell you, I don't. My first time picking up vending machines, my first time driving a box truck, and the location expecting me that day, and hopefully the guys that I called to come help me offload the machines came through. I did have to wait. When I first got there, they weren't there. They hadn't showed up. So I'm calling them. No one was answering. So I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Please tell me these guys are coming. Please tell me these guys are coming. And then I see a car coming and I'm like, is that them? Is that them? And it was them. So, and if I have to do it again, I'll do it again. I will definitely go pick up machines. Looking back, it was interesting. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud that I did it and I didn't give up. The U-Haul trucks, I don't think I would do a U-Haul truck again. The ramp is very narrow, and I don't think I would pick up big heavy machines in that type of truck again. So I would definitely go for a box truck with a lift gate, or the pickup truck with a trailer attachment. So yeah, it was a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure. I did cry. So you can cry, if you're out there and you're starting something, you're doing something and things are not working out or it gets tough. When I tell you that situation, like, really showed me a lot about myself. It did. Like, y'all, I just wanted to kind of like, I didn't want to drive that truck. I didn't want to drive it. I was like, I don't want to drive this truck. I don't want to do this. Like, I did not want to do it, but I had to. I had to keep going forward. There was no stopping. There was no turning back. I would have preferred to have help, but I didn't. And I did all of this by myself. I scheduled the delivery time. I took a train. I was tired. I rented the truck. We loaded the truck. I got in the truck. I drove the truck. I got stuck in the truck. I got unstuck in the truck. I calmed myself down. I got on the road. I was tired. During my trip, I had to call and make sure the moving guys were going to meet me at the location to offload this. I called the location to let them know I was going to be delayed. I did all of that alone, and I did it. And all I kept thinking about was, oh, tomorrow is Saturday. I'm just going to lay in my bed all day. I'm just going to lay in my bed all day. And I did. I was so tired. I was so exhausted that night. My body was aching. I was mentally fatigued. But in the end, I got it done. And every time I go to that machine at that location, that's what I think about. Every time I go to that machine, every time I take money out of that machine, I think about that day because at the end, all of this is really for my family, for my kids, you know? Like my kids love this business. My daughter loves this business, and really it's for her. I didn't let anything stop me, even though I was shaken. I calmed myself down. I was crying. I had tears coming out of my eyes. I did. I wanted to give up. I told my brother, I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do it. I can't. And I got it. I did it. I got it done. So every time I go to that machine, every time I think about what I had to overcome to get that machine there, what I had to overcome to be able to open that machine up and take money out, to have that machine make money for me while I'm at the park with my daughter. I look on the phone and I say, oh, look at that. We just made some money while we're here at the park. That machine over there in that building is making money for us. So yeah, let this be a lesson to you as well. You gotta push through despite obstacles, setbacks. Talk to yourself. I had to talk myself. I had to talk to myself. I'm like, listen, girl, you gonna drive this truck. You have to drive this truck. Where you can't just stay here. You gotta drive it. So let's go. And that's what I did. And so that story is hopefully inspiring to somebody out there. It inspires me still. Sometimes I think about that, do that. It's like, yeah, I did that. So if you made it this far into my story, just go ahead and subscribe. I have some more videos coming. And yeah, thank you for watching. And I'll see you all. I have some more story times coming. Okay. So I'll see you on the next story time. Subscribe, like, and all of that stuff. Bye.